You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network.
I'm in the studio, but I'm not in the studio. This is going to be a casual live. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Hold on, let me make some adjustments to this. As I'm doing this, guys, come on in, like the video. Easy, free way of supporting my channel. Thank you in advance. How's everyone doing? Where's everyone watching from? I'm talking as if, Happy Tuesday. I can't believe it's Tuesday. Can you guys hear me? Look, let me know if you can hear me. All that good stuff. Hello, Trini. Hey, Miss Parker. Who's Camper? My babysitter used to call me Campy. My desk at work in Chicago. So I'm assuming you guys can hear me. I'm assuming. What's going on, everyone? Good afternoon. I can hear you. Thank you, Miss Parker. Let me adjust the chat filter to all messages because it will filter stuff out. I don't have any of the lights on. I have the curtains open. I made some changes to the studio in regards to, I used to have like this huge, blocking out the windows in here. And hey, Fifi, and I couldn't open them when I wasn't working. So I didn't want to work in here because it would be just dark, if I didn't, no natural sunlight. So Kentucky's in the building. Los Angeles. I know, Deborah, I heard it's hot in Los Angeles. But to be honest with you, it's 30-something degrees here in New York. So 100 degrees, I mean, I'm not mad at it. At least in the evening, you can go for a walk, right? Thank you guys for letting me know you can hear me. We got snow, freezing rain last night. It was raining, but it was very windy last night. Windy to the point it was scary last night. Not scary, I wasn't in my bed, oh my God. But I was sort of it was whipping. It was whipping. And I live in a building. So, here in New York, the buildings, they'll sway a little bit in regards to you'll hear, and you don't feel it, but you'll hear movement. And I'm like, But it's a good thing. So your building doesn't topple over. Just saying.
That's really upsetting to me. I'd appreciate if you didn't say that.
Windy in Ohio. There were a lot of tornadoes yesterday. There was a lot of stuff going on. I did just post a video about Kiki Shepard. You remember Kiki Shepard from Showtime at the Apollo? Right, Patrick Mommy? The weather yesterday was crazy. It just was so many things happening yesterday in regards to the weather, between the wind, the rain at one particular point, the fog at another point. Alma says these storms seem odd lately. They are, well, Johannesburg, South Africa, about to sleep. Evening for us. Oh, excuse me. You said sleep, and I said, Yeah, in New York, the skyscrapers, they move a little bit in order to, prevent toppling over, basically. 26 degrees. I didn't even look at the weather to see if the weather's going to improve this week in regards to warming up a bit here in New York. We got so spoiled for those 3 days, 2.5 days of just really great weather. And then immediately went back to, it's March. It's not really supposed to be in the 70s in March. So and I'm not rushing summer because you see what's happening in California. I am not rushing. Am I frozen? Am I frozen for anyone? I'm not. Look, am I frozen? It could be YouTube. If you can hear me, get out and come back on in. I haven't talked about any of the hot topics that I wanted to talk about. No, it might be your app for those. Someone at that person and tell them to swipe out and come back on in. Look, swipe out and come back on in. Third phase of winter. You're right. Ugh. I'm holding my apartment, and I have my heat on. Last night, it was 75 degrees in here, and I still felt chilly. I was turn this up. Turn this up. It wasn't for me first, too. I had to get out and come back on it. YouTube has been acting up lately, but Mercury's in retrograde, y'all. I know some of y'all find that to be silly, but Mercury's also in retrograde until Friday. Whew. And then Friday's spring, even though it might not feel like spring, but it's okay. So there are a few stories. I do not watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I watched the first season, and it felt too what's this new generation? It was like, to say, mom talk. And I was like, this is stupid. But it's so insanely popular. But I'm not one to jump on the bandwagon of something I'm not passionate about. Okay? Thank you so much, Hike. Thank you. And this is just natural light right now. No filter, nothing. This is with natural light. Shout out to Butter. Okay. Ooh, which reminds me, I need some more product. I need more product. And I didn't even use their vitamin C today. Who came to the New York City show and got their vitamin C at the VIP? That was very nice of them. And those little pouches. I was like, thank you, Butter. I appreciate it. And if you came to the last show, they gave the retinol. Scorpio Moon girl. I remember you. I know Pajamom, you got yours, right? Mm-hmm. I love their vitamin C serum. Alma says, I'm so excited to use it. That definitely gives me a glow. I have to say, because I started working with Butter, I don't know how many months. Oh, is it a year? It has to be almost a year. Oh, over a year, I think now. But I started using their products religiously, and I've seen a difference in regards to, plus I also take care of my skin, and I have good genetics. So there's elements. Kay, thank you for becoming a member. Are you coming to Los Angeles? It's funny you say that. I don't have a show. I don't have a show in Los Angeles yet. Anything can happen. But it was funny because I was talking about coming to Los Angeles for work, not necessarily for a show. Have you ever considered doing Fox Theater for a show? Where's Fox Theater? Which Fox Theater? Which Fox Theater? Queen Shamama. All right. Have you all liked the video already? Let's get into some of these stories that I wanted to talk about. I really was just going to do a casual live, but anytime I do a live, I always feel like I need to at least do a hot topic of some sort. I've been working on like rebranding some of my stuff and whatnot too. Yesterday, I don't know how I was working on something. I was trying to fix one of my email signatures. I spent like 3 hours trying to fix it because I wanted to look nice and fancy and things like that. But Outlook and Mac, they make it so difficult to do certain things. So I spent like 3 hours trying to figure it out. Did I figure it out? Kind of. Thank you so much, Mackenzie. Mackenzie, I enjoyed the live stream, Kempire. Thank you. And you're a member for 34 months. Thank you, Mackenzie. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. So as I was mentioning, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, they invited me to a special event here in New York City for their new season that they just finished. And I was like, thank you for the invitation, but it's not a show I watch. And I was also busy at the time. But it's not a show I recap or watch. But the event sounded lovely. I was like, thank you for considering. Bravo don't invite me to nothing. Look, Bravo don't invite me to nothing. So I was like, not the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives invited me to something. And something nice at the plaza. I was like, excuse me, I might have to cancel my plans and come, But apparently, here's the thing. Although I don't watch the show religiously, I know the cast of characters. I know some of the drama that's happening. And I did watch season 1. And one thing I did like, and I mentioned this during one of our random lives, their new season, they're all executive producers. And I said, and that's how you do it, young ones. Look, and that's how you do it. Because some of these housewives have been on the show for so long, and they don't own anything. They're not producers, so they're not going to get residuals. These young ladies, smart, they were like, you know what, season 4, we all want to be executive producers. So years from now, how hugely successful the show is, they will be getting residuals. Will the residuals be great? I don't know. Only time will tell, but at least they'll be getting something. Just saying. But anyway, I've digressed. So I have to say, when I saw they said that Taylor Frankie Paul was going to be the new Bachelorette, I said, and I was like, her? Particularly out of all those women, is going to be the Bachelorette? And I know some of them are married. But I was like, I thought the Bachelor or the Bachelorette had to be some sort of like prize. And no shade to her, but I just feel like I knew she had a lot of drama with her baby's father. Only fast forward. I was having this thought when they announced it. Fast forward, now the baby's father drama is imploding. And I was just like, wouldn't you want the person that you're going to, fight for be some sort of prize? And I'm not saying maybe she's a very lovely person, but she's got a lot of recent drama with her. Okay, thank you, Lorena. So that woman is no prize. And I hated to say that to myself, but I was like, I don't consider her like the preem, but there's more on that. So let me just tell you what People Magazine is reporting because of what's been playing out this week. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives have halted filming for season 5. Multiple sources confirmed to People. They are not filming, a source tells People, of the hit Hulu reality TV show. Taylor Frankie Paul has some pretty serious stuff happening regarding her past, and they will see what happens. Until that resolves, they are off. A spokesperson for Drape City Police Department confirmed that there is an open domestic assault investigation regarding Paul and her ex-boyfriend, Dakota Mortison. The spokesperson confirmed allegations have been made in both directions, and contact was made with involved parties on February 24th and 25th. The spokesperson declined to share more amid the ongoing investigation. Another source, and haven't they been on again, off again for a very long time too? That's why I was sort of like, how are you doing The Bachelorette? It just didn't seem like the ideal person. It felt like they were just trying to jump on the bandwagon because this show is hugely popular. So it felt like production of Bachelor's Nation were just jumping on the bandwagon. So the spokesperson declined to share more amid the ongoing investigation. Another source close to the cast confirmed to People that the fellow members of Mom Talk, I hate when they refer to them as Mom Talk because I don't consider them Mom Talk, but whatever, are distancing themselves from Paul as the situation continues to unfold. None of the women want to be associated with her. TMZ was the first to report that the halt in filming. Reps for Paul, Mortison, and Hulu did not immediately respond to People's request for comment. Paul's season of The Bachelorette is set to premiere this Sunday, March 22nd on ABC. A spokesperson for the show did not respond to People's request for comment. Paul, Mormon Wives star and original founder of Mom Talk, not Mom Talk. Oh, every time they said it, that's what turned me off to the first season. I was like, oh God, everything. We gotta save Mom Talk. Really? We gotta save Mom Talk. Was previously arrested for alleged... That's the thing, too. Here's the hypocrisy of it all. Because all of us, and rightfully so, would demand if a man had a previous recent history from 2023 of DV, wouldn't we not want them on this show as The Bachelor? If this was The Bachelor, I have not watched the America's Next Top Model documentary yet. If this was The Bachelor, everybody would be up in like, why is he? They were saying this about Colton, and as they should. I don't disagree. But why does she get a pass? This is from 2023. She was previously arrested for alleged DV in 2023 following an argument with Mortison, with whom she shares a 1-year-old son, Ever. She was given misdemeanor charges of assault, criminal mischief, and commission of DV in the presence of a child, after she was accused of throwing a chair at Mortison that allegedly hit her daughter, per a report from CBS News. At the time, during her appearance on Call Her Daddy, Paul noted the charges were all dropped. Didn't mean it didn't happen. The shocking production pauses come days after Hulu released the 4th season of Mormon Wives. The latest season was rife with drama among the members of Montauk. Notably, viewers learned that Michaela Matthews separated from her husband, Jace Terry, amid ongoing intimacy issues. Though the season concludes with a pair of them no longer together romantically, the star took to Instagram on March 13th to say that so much context is missing from our story that was supposed to be on the show. Welcome to reality television. Have they not learned anything about reality television? Y'all keep wanting context. They're not going to give you context. They're going to create their show. Before the release of the season, the mom of 4 spoke to People about where she stood with Terry, admitting that she and her husband were still working through her trauma surrounding her being essayed as a teenager. It's still new to me and new to him, and we're just navigating it the best way that we can, Matthew says. referencing her relationship with Terry. Unfortunately, I think it's just something that's going to take a lot more time. I feel like that's all I can say right now. So that's in regards to this new season of Mormon Wives. They should have just called it Mom Talk. But there was something else that I wanted to mention because, as I mentioned before, Taylor is going to be the new Bachelorette, and it's premiering this Sunday. The top brass at the Bachelorette didn't see it coming, okay? But according to one place source, they're guilty of willful blindness. First of all, y'all can't say that y'all didn't see this coming. This is the 4th season. I saw this coming the minute you announced that she was going to be the Bachelorette. I was like, she's had a very tumultuous situation with her ex. She was also arrested in 2023. I don't care if the charges were dropped. She was arrested in 2023 for DV. So a source, according to TMZ, connected to the show with direct knowledge, tells TMZ that the latest crop of producers on the ABC show wanted Taylor Frankie Paul from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives in a bad way. They felt that she could bring a wider audience because her reality show was such a hit. And that's why our source says that they cut corners in the vetting process. You didn't have to cut that many corners for this. Okay? You didn't have to cut that many corners to find out any of this. So I find that to be, y'all intentionally didn't care. And you probably think that this drama is going to bring more attention to this season as well. So you probably didn't care. You're going to pretend like you didn't care. Like you did care. TMZ broke the story that Taylor and her baby daddy, Dakota Mortensen, have both been ordered to undergo a psych evaluation after allegations of physical violence. As TMZ reported, Taylor's people say that Dakota has been calling Utah's Department of Children and Family Services, alleging that Taylor abused their nearly 2-year-old son ever. She denies it. Taylor's people say it came to a head 3 weeks ago during an argument in a car where Dakota attacked her. But I'm trying to remember season 1, but what I remember from season 1, it's like we didn't even have to get to this place. We didn't even have to get to the place where you even had a child. Am I wrong? I can't remember. I'm trying to remember season 1, and I was just like, there's so much that could have been avoided, and now you're forever tied to this man. You guys will remind me in the comment section, but I just remember I was like, a lot of this could be avoided, but I was just like, here she go back with this guy, and now she's pregnant by this guy. I can't remember all the details. You guys remind me, because I really have been checked out after season 1. I was like, I can't get into mom talk. I can't get into the secret lives of Mormon wives. Exactly. Monique says, the ghetto. The ghetto. It's really sad. Like this poor baby only has them, and they're doing this. We see it all the time too. We see it all the time. I feel sorry for the poor child. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives has been put on ice, as we reported to you guys. We're told that cast members refused to work with Taylor because of the allegations of violence. Well, that's interesting. So that means that the cast believes that it happened. A source close to Taylor tells TMZ that they feel, the source close to Taylor, Lord have mercy, that they feel that the reality star's personal issues were already well known because they were documented on Mormon Wives. I mean, I would agree with that. As for The Bachelorette, we're told it will debut as scheduled this Sunday. Of course, they're hoping that this will make people watch even more. ABC has hired a public relations crisis manager to handle the fallout. Is her name Olivia Pope? But our Bachelorette source says that producers have egg on their face for not catching this ahead of filming. Come on. I don't even watch the show. And as soon as they announced Taylor as the Bachelorette, I said, that's a choice. That is quite a choice. Someone in the comment section, that's a joke. How can ABC not know what they were getting into? They knew exactly. They never should have had her on the show. For ABC to go ahead and continue to premiere this season is horrible. It just goes to show you they're only after the almighty dollar. This is exploitation at its finest. Why do people continue to close their eyes instead of getting them the help they need? Boom. Exactly. Exactly, Sin. Exactly in the comment section said that. I'm not so... Right? Mention It All says quite a choice. I won't be watching. I never really got into the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. And I definitely was not about to chime in for this season. Okay. Foxy says, sorry, I would rather watch Sister Wives, even though Cody and Robin are the original ones. Oh man, I didn't bring any water into the room. It's fine. I won't be here long. Guys, keep keep liking the video if you haven't liked the video already. We are just talking about some hot topics. In between, I was just giving you an update on this story, the Taylor Frankie Paul's situation. I've seen TMZ alone had just from this week. It's only Tuesday. Already has like 8 stories about this. So it's very clear. TMZ says this is a priority story. ABC said we're investing in this because a lot of people watch that show. That says to me the numbers for their show is insane. The fact that they invited me to an event for season 3 at the Plaza says to me the money is moneying. Okay. I might have to go to the next one. Happy Tuesday, y'all. I wish I got my water, Lord. You are hanging on to this too long, sir. Excuse me, patty cake. What do you mean hanging too long onto this? What do you mean? Are you telling me when to move on from a story on my page? Is that what you were saying? Or maybe I'm misunderstanding. I'm not going to assume. I'm gonna just say I misunderstood what you're saying there. Okay. Did you guys watch the Oscars this weekend? Did you watch the Oscars? Congratulations to all the winners, including all the winners from Sinner. Sinner should have won a lot more. Okay? But Michael B. Jordan is still celebrating. He went to In-N-Out to celebrate. Right, exactly. Patrick said, you must have hired producers. I was like, wait, do we have a commercial break? All right, let's get to our commercial break. Let me say thank you. Thank you, Patty. Patty's producing, y'all. Let's get to before I move on to the Oscars. Today's live is brought to you by our friends over at Wix. I love our Wix. So as you know, I've used Wix from the very beginning when I first started Kempire Radio. I loved using it because they made it so easy, and they continue to make it just as easy with Wix. Okay, so a couple of things to keep in mind when you're dealing with Wix. There's nothing quite like the smell of coffee in the morning or feeling of watching your ideas turn into cold, hard cash. Yes. Well, if you use Wix Harmony, you may just get used to that feeling. Wix Harmony makes it unbelievably easy to act on your ideas, whether you're looking to build a professional site or take your business to the next level. So there are quite a few things that you can do with Wix, okay? First of all, you can launch a pro-grade website by entering a single prompt, turn your words into a full website. And I know some of you want to start a business or you've been wanting to start your website. Wix makes it so easy. As I said to you before, I used them years ago. So I love that we can partner with them for today's live. Flow between prompting your AI agent and manual design tools to shape every detail of your site. Create in the way that feels most natural to you. Get built-in solutions for every type of business, from e-com to services. Rest easy knowing that your Wix site is backed by 99.99% uptime and enterprise-grade security. No add-ons required. Okay? Wix Harmony is packed with some of the coolest and most useful AI features and agents built specifically for small businesses, including Aria, an AI agent that helps you create your website and take care of business so you don't burn out. When I created my website with Wix years ago, they didn't have AI, and they made it easy back then. So now with AI, can you imagine how easy it is? So as always, guys, don't forget you can connect with Wix, experience the new way to create websites. Go to wix.com/harmony. That's wix.com/harmony. More information on Wix will be available in the description. All right? All right. Happy birthday. Who's celebrating a birthday? My birthday is tomorrow. TJ, happy birthday. Pisces season is winding down. Pisces season is winding down. It's about to be over. All right. Let's talk about the Oscars. As I said to you before, Sinners won big at the Oscars, breaking all kinds of records. Congratulations to Ryan Coogler. Congratulations to Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan joins a very select few of Black actors to win in the leading category. And I know a lot of people are mentioning that, but to me, it's sort of sad that there's only, six individuals that have won in that area when we think about all of the amazing Black actors that we have. King of Kings, yes, kind of. I've been live for like almost 25 minutes. So it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that happened. One Battle After Another won quite a few Oscars. I haven't seen the movie, but I haven't really seen a lot of people say that it was that great. However, Teyana Taylor did win a Golden Globe for her role in that movie, and she was nominated for an Oscar. She did not win. The lady from Weapons, which was I did see Weapons. So honestly, I'm not mad about her winning, even though I wanted Wumi to win from Sinners. However, I'm not mad at, I forgot the actress's name. I apologize in advance. How can you watch Sinners? Well, Google Schmoogle. I'm sure you can rent it right now on any like Apple or whatever device. You can probably watch it on Amazon Prime. But I'm not mad at the actress that won for Sinners, won for Weapons, because I enjoyed Weapons too. Weapons was another movie that I watched. Yeah. Yes, Ludwig went to college with Ryan Coogler. He has 3 Oscars for the scores that he's done over the years and his collaborations with Ryan Coogler. So, it's on HBO Max. King of Kings says, y'all, Weapons. It was good. I mean, Sinners. Weapons and Sinners were my favorite movies of 2025. To be honest with you, they both were good. I own both too on digital. BJ says my Sinners is my favorite movie of 2025, but One Battle. Oh, was it good, BJ? I haven't seen it. Now I need to go watch it. Yes, Amy Madigan won for Weapons in the supporting category. So congratulations. But I don't know if you saw this. Teyana Taylor got into a bit of a situation with apparently Oscars security, and it forced the Oscars to apologize. Deadline reports that an incident at the end of the 98th Oscars involving One Battle After Another star and Best Supporting Actress nominee Teyana Taylor and a security guard has gotten the attention of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. The altercation involved an employee of the Oscars outside security firm, Security Industry Specialist. According to TMZ, Teyana was attempting to get back on stage for a group photo after her One Battle won Best Picture, the night's final award, when she was physically stopped by a guard. Footage of the incident showed Teyana turning around and speaking presumably to the guard, saying he's putting his hands on a female. She gestured to him, adding, "You're very rude, very rude, very rude." She turned to another guest and was heard saying, "He literally shoved me." Excuse me? The Academy sent out a statement addressing the incident Monday, saying, "We were extremely upset to learn about the experience endured by Teyana Taylor at the end of the Oscar ceremony last night," it read in part. "We have worked with Teyana over the last several months during award season, and she has been nothing short of remarkable, supportive, kind, and all about community." And if you've seen Teyana Taylor, I feel like a lot of people have been making different comments, negative comments about Teyana. We'll talk about that in a second. But for the most part, she is like, when people stop her, paparazzi stop her, she's always kind, she's always engaging, she's always willing to take the picture, sign the autograph. And I know that can be a lot because she's doing a lot. And they continue in their statement from the Academy in regards to this incident. It says, though the incident was with our outside security firm, SIS, the experience of every single guest is our responsibility. We have made it clear to them that this behavior is not acceptable. We want to thank Teyana for showing remarkable grace, and we are taking the appropriate measures to ensure this does not happen again. Somebody's getting fired. Somebody's getting fired. Dr. Payne, thank you so much for for being a member for 53 months. So happy to catch a live. Hi, Kempire and everyone. Hi, Dr. Payne. All right. Teyana is positive and kind. Ms. Parker says people committed to negativity. Well, it's interesting because a lot of people had a lot of things to say in regards to Teyana when they won Best Picture and she ran up on stage with the director and she put him in like a headlock. I thought it was funny. If anything, it should be a meme. But people were like, "Oh my gosh, she's always doing so much." So apparently Teyana decided to respond to some of this. So Teyana Taylor doesn't care if you don't like the way she celebrates her fellow creators who just won. So that was the other thing. They didn't like, if you saw her at the other award show where she lost in regards to the supporting role, she would get up and she'd be, really applauding them. So the actress who was nominated for Best Supporting Actress at the 98th Academy Awards for her role as Perfidita in One Battle After Another took to X on Monday to slam those who have grown comfortable being sore losers. Her comments came after she received criticism for being excited about her fellow nominees, specifically when she jumped out of her seat to cheer for Weapons star Amy Madigan, who ended up taking home the Oscar in the Best Supporting Actress category on Sunday. She says, "I knew from the first hour something was off," one person wrote on X about Taylor, to which she replied, "The world holds so much misery that miserable hearts forget the face of happiness." Well, Teyana continued, she says, "They grow comfortable being sore losers, so that when they see real sportsmanship, it unsettles them, like holy water touching a demon." Woo! Because clapping for someone else's victory requires something many people never learned: how to win with grace and pure joy, and how to lose with grace, chin up, and dignity. Taylor was filled with energy throughout the entire ceremony, continuing to cheer on the winners. At the end, when One Battle After Another was named Best Picture, she was even seen jumping for joy with her arms around director Paul Thomas Anderson as they made their way up on stage. She put him in a headlock. She didn't look, there was an arms around him. She put him in a headlock. It was hilarious, okay? I didn't even know that Conan O'Brien hosted the Oscars. I didn't watch it chapter and verse. But I don't see people reposting any of the things that he said. Was he not funny? Did he not say anything memorable? I don't feel like anyone has talked about him hosting. Okay, fine. I don't feel like anyone talked about him hosting. I feel like we talked more about Trevor Noah. Do you think Trevor Noah is going to be hosting at the Oscars? I could see him hosting because he's smart, he's intelligent, he's kind. Look, he's kind. And he's my boo. He was not funny. Jesseline says, "I liked him." But no one's talking about him, Jesseline. I'm surprised. I had no idea he was even hosting. All right, Conan. All right. Lord. Sidebar. You remember when... oh my goodness, I can't think. Never mind. Teyana was clapping and cheering for the other actresses acting nominated. Conan was good hosting the Oscars, Toya said. I have not seen anyone make commentary. I haven't seen a clip of him hosting. So I just assumed it wasn't good. You see the Will Smith slap situations back in the algorithm? Probably. Go rewatch our coverage of it. Oh, Deborah says, "Stay away from my man, Kempire." Word on the street.
That's really upsetting to me, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't say that.
Word on the street. All right. You may have seen... Wait, I want to kind of play. Hold on a second. There's a couple of clips I want to play. Guys, as I'm doing that, don't forget to like today's video. We are just doing a random live. Congratulations to our friends over at Watch What Crappens. They won iHeart's podcast award for Best TV and Film Podcast. Congratulations to them. Congrats. Let me leave it in the comment section. Look, congrats. Okay, congrats. All right. Let me pull up what I wanted to talk about. There was here it is. There's a couple of stories I wanted to talk about in regards to reality television. Oh, before we move on for the Oscars, did you guys see Nene was over there at the Oscars? I loved her dress. It was like this, and I guess it's sort of lavender dress, purplish dress. She had like a short blonde bob. She looks great. She looks really, really good. How old is Nene? Nene's what, 50-something years old? Nene looks great. Body is bodying. I love the color on her, and I love the bob. Go ahead, Nene. I see you. Candace Dillard-Bassett was on Sherry Shepherd this week. Has Sherry Shepherd gotten any better since they announced her cancellation? Because I know she's really been trying, but I feel like still, Sherry, things aren't not going viral. But I'll talk about it.
Yeah, we had a good time. But then since then, she had gotten arrested for it was alleged fraud. And when you saw mugshot, because I had a picture of, I can't. I did. This is the picture we brought up when I talked about it in Hot Topics. Yeah. So what went through your head when you saw Wendy SFO's mugshot?
You know what's crazy? I was doing a news segment promoting a stage play.
Okay.
5 minutes before we're to go on air, they say, we have breaking news. Do you want to comment? I said, sure, what is it? I'm thinking, oh, it's, the sky is falling. No, my sister is I thought it was a joke. I started twitching. So I was like, wait, is this?
Not twitching. She's so extra. She's so extra. Candace is so extra. Chestina, thank you so much for the super chat. Let me like this. Hey, not me catching a midday live at work from the PNW. Hey, family. Hey, what's going on? I decided I had a meeting before this. I went to Pilates. I also recorded a Club Kempire podcast episode. For those that don't know what Club Kempire is, that is the special paid Apple podcast subscription. So some of you, purchased your membership for the year. Apologies for not releasing one for a couple of weeks, but go check that one out. I talked about some of this stuff, but I also talk about some of the shows that I'm watching and some more Kempire After Dark behind the scenes stuff. Damn, Island Girl says, I don't watch Sherry. She's annoying. Well, damn. Back to what Candace had to say on Sherry Shepherd's show.
Can't be real.
Yeah.
And I had to end up reaching out to her and say, hey, I had to, speak on this. I didn't run down to the news to talk about you going to jail.
Yeah.
But this is what happened. And I talked to her since. I'm kind of also giving her a little bit of space because I know how overwhelming it must be for her children especially. Mm-hmm. So I keep her lifted in prayer.
That's how you can. Yeah. I just say, but this was the notes itself when I saw it, because y'all always, there's not a moment I don't see the Real Housewives looking like Billy Lake. And I noticed myself, I saw that and I was like, Sherry, make sure your laces always
take it down.
Make sure.
But you know what?
Catch you at the wrong moment.
This was like at 11:30 at night. My wig is hanging on by at 11:30 at night too.
Yeah, I know.
Or it's off. So
well, then, so I should change that and say, thank God that she had her hair closed.
Yes.
Because they called her.
Could be given a body.
I didn't know that 11:30 at night.
It was late. Yeah.
Okay, so it still was late. So we're hoping that everything works out. It's supposed to. Yes. Absolutely. You're so wonderful. You were here.
Oh, Sherry. Sherry's not coming back, is she? All right. Speaking of who doesn't need to come back, Sutton Strack. Sutton Strack was on Entertainment Tonight, and she's talking about Garcelle. They've mentioned Garcelle so much this season. They need to send her a gift basket and a check. Because everything else that Beverly Hills has been talking about, no one cares about. So Sutton says that she has some regrets. Thank you so much, Sean, for gifting a membership. We appreciate you. Take a listen to what Sutton had to say to Bryce Sanders on Entertainment Tonight in regards to her regrets. She's like, I don't know if I handled things in a bad way. I think I did.
This reunion was a strange one.
Oh, God.
Ended on such a sour note.
Oh, Lord.
Well, guess what? We're going to get a cast photo.
Oh,
no.
I'm not.
What?
I'm not.
Real?
Nope, I'm not doing it.
So that's really unprofessional.
Have you?
And that still annoys me, that Dorit, especially after saying this at this reunion, and mind you, she's been late even before this, but this season, more than ever, she's late. And I know they're going to paint it. She's going through a lot. Save me that stupidity. She's been late even before she was going through anything. Okay? She was always late. So to sit here and be like, that's so unprofessional, please stop with that narrative.
Been able to connect with Garcelle at all since kind of sharing your POV on the show?
I haven't. And, I don't know if I handled things in a bad way. I think I did. And I wish that I could.
And this is why Garcelle should not connect with her again. You still, months after, almost a year after, you're not able to just own or take accountability that you were a bad friend. She's like, I don't know if I handled things in a bad way. I think I did. You have a serious problem at your big age, not able to be accountable.
Do it again and maybe do something better, because that was a real friendship.
Yeah.
And I really miss her. It's just so sad. It was just a sad ending to a really fun, loving friendship.
Yeah. It's, I think, sad for the viewers too. Your last reunion was a strange one.
So that's what she had to say on Entertainment Tonight. Whatever. Look, whatever. Oh wait, she said something else on another
And you
podcast.
still haven't heard from Garcelle?
No, sadly, I have not. And, it's a broken friendship that really I'm very sorry about. And
You're sorry now, but when you had a conversation with Garcelle, you were unable to show true accountability or remorse.
I think about it a lot still, and would like to fix it. But you have to kind of move on. I'm sorry for the mistakes that I made.
Maybe in the future.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Maybe we can manifest that.
And you
Not manifest that. Y'all really were downplaying the manifestation with Amanda. Now all of a sudden y'all want to manifest. Exactly. I know y'all seen this as sorry, but you don't know what happened. Sutton hush. And that's why Garcelle continues to win. Garcelle has been so booked and busy. She's been shooting movies. She's been shooting TV shows. She's been on the red carpets. Garcelle's not even thinking about this show, and it's because she used the platform for what it was, and now she's catapulted. She's back doing what she would like to do. All right. Moving on from there. What else is going on in your world, guys? I won't be here much longer. I only decided to come on and do like an hour that I wanted to talk about. We talked about... I forgot. Almost forgot about this story. So, I did hear some tea, though, about filming, because they're currently filming. It's confirmed. I don't know if Amazon Prime has confirmed it, but I'm going to confirm it for y'all. They are currently filming this new Housewives-esque show for Amazon Prime with Kenya Moore and Tamar Braxton. And well, let me tell you who the cast is, because I have the cast in front of me. Please and hold. Hold on. Let me bring it up. Hold on. There we go. Tamar Braxton, Kim Zolciak, Kenya Moore, Margaret Josephs from Real Housewives of New Jersey, Christine Quinn, Brittany from Vanderpump Rules, Caitlin from Bachelor Nation, don't know her, Jen from Bachelor Nation, don't know her, Hilaria. If you are a Club Kempire member, I went in on Hilaria during our new episode that I just dropped. I just don't understand. Hilaria is married to Alec Baldwin. Why are you... And she has like 30 children. Your kids don't miss you? And I get it, mama's got to work. Mama don't have to work, though. Look, mama doesn't have to work. Okay, but here's where I don't think I could watch this show. Julie Chrisley and Savannah Chrisley, MAGA twins, are going to be on this. Yes, Hilaria Baldwin. Hilaria Baldwin. The one that pretends to be Latina. She got 30 children. Breakfast at Tiffany's. She has a lot of kids. But they are. Y'all hearing this from me? I'm telling you right now, they are definitely filming this reality show. And it's very Housewives-esque. If you came to my Kempire After Dark live show, I spilled the tea. Y'all didn't hear this from me. Shh, don't tell anybody. Allegedly. According to reports, Kenya did ask Bravo permission if she could film the show. I don't know why she did that. I think she did it because she didn't want that bridge to be burned. But if you missed it, the other day I did a live talking about the lawsuit that Britt Eady has against Bravo, and Bravo's response basically says they were hands off when it comes to Kenya. But I have heard some stuff about Tamar during this filming. I can't say it. I'm going to save it. And for those that listen to Club Kempire, I didn't mention it there because I recorded that episode before I found it out. Okay? I recorded before I found out. So yeah, so this, I don't know the name of it, but they're saying that it's a spin on Bravo's Ultimate Girls Trip as the women live together in a house in the Dominican Republic. So it's currently happening. Oh, she has 7 kids with Alec Baldwin, and she had those 7 kids in a span of 2 days. Right? Am I lying? I mean, I'm being dramatic, but come on. Am I? Hilaria has like 7 kids with Alec Baldwin, had those kids in a span of 2 days. Tamar is bringing the drama from what I heard. She is bringing the drama from what I heard. I will keep y'all posted. I used to love the Chrisleys. But have you kept up with the Chrisleys lately? Especially Savannah? Did you see what Savannah recently said on The View? You do some research, okay? Angel says, I love Tamar. Tamar is good reality television. I'm not going to deny that. Is she unhinged? Yeah. Hey, Real House Husband. I watched their show and the kids are bad. Not the kids are bad. Yeah, that's what happens when you have 7 kids in 2 days. Saying. Brittany Bateman, yes. Brittany Bateman from Vanderpump Rules in the Valley. She's definitely MAGA. Trump was the one who gave them a pardon. That's the only reason why Julie's out here still doing reality television. I mean, I think people thought they were MAGA before this, but definitely now. But they're the 2 least interesting of the Chrisleys. I'd much rather see Todd. I don't want to see Todd because he's just as bad. But I'd much rather see Todd than Julie and Savannah on this show, which to me is weird anyway. Why are you and your daughter on a reality show with other housewives? It doesn't make sense to me. Savannah has never been interesting to me. But apparently it's coming to Amazon Prime, and they're currently filming. They are currently filming. And I hear already it's drama. Drama. Hold on. Which clip about Married to Medicine? I saw a couple of clips. Married to Medicine trailer was off the hook. All the accusations are crazy. What happened to Fun Shade? Wait, did I miss one of the clips? Which one are you talking about? Oh, let me go to No Chaser TV. Maybe they have it there to see what y'all are talking about before I go. Guys, as I do this, how many likes do we have? We got over 1,000 of you here. We're not even at 400 likes. I mean, we should be at 1,000, but that's okay. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at these. There's a few clips. Okay, Bravo, we don't want to see the entire reunion before the reunion happens. There's already like 4 clips here. Here's the thing. I did see this Brandy and Dr. Contessa talking about the birthday dinner situation. Dr. Contessa, I wish you would have just owned it. Why? What's going on? I wish you would have just owned it. Why are we? You were wrong. You were wrong for the things that you said. But Brandy held her own. That's one thing I will say. She definitely held her own. Thank you so much, Andrea, for the super. Oh, let me shimmy, because you know when I get $20 or more, I shimmy. Let me also like this. She says, hey, Camp, I just got through watching the live stream again. I love that. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I encourage you guys to get the live stream ticket for the live show. Because so many people have told me they've watched it multiple times. I will watch it every day until I can't. Great live. We need another one. I don't remember what was said. You probably remember more of what was said, Andrea, than I even do. Because I don't even remember. Thank you for all you do. My dad went to the hospital on Friday and you... Oh, I'm sorry. Is he okay, Andrea? What's going on? Thank you so much, Andrea. I appreciate that. So many of you said that you discovered me during the pandemic, during the meet and greet, and that I got you through certain things. I like that. That is the legacy. You know what I mean? Not the specific things that I've done. It's how you've affected people's lives, people that you don't even necessarily know. I think that's a beautiful thing. Was I Pageant Mommy? Thank you, Pageant Mommy, because I don't remember any. I remember like little bits. When I get the recording myself, I'll have to I never rewatch it though. Usually, if I do rewatch, I rewatch it with you guys. I just leave it on. I just leave it on the stage. I just wish the New York City show was longer. I wish we could do like a 2-hour show because I could be up there for 2 hours and talk about a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? I watched Damn, Angel says I watched 4 times and counting. I can send you my link if you want. They probably already sent me the link. I could watch it now. I don't rewatch myself like that. Patrick says I do not rewatch my performances. The only time I listen back to certain things is the podcast, just to figure out certain things in regards to ads, in regards to sound quality, and what I should cut out, and like for that I'll listen back to stuff. Thank you so much, Alma. I met Alma. Alma's beautiful. Alma, let me know when you move. Do 2 hours in Los Angeles, Kempire. If I can find the right space, that will let me. I would have to say all the other cities that I've done shows usually gave me 90 minutes. It's just the way that this particular venue is set up. And it's a late show already. But all the other shows I had 90 minutes, so I could play around a little bit more. And I know if I go do a show at City Winery, I could probably get 90 minutes and we could do a little bit more. Kendra says, did you enjoy the fries count? First of all, they were cold. I mean, that's not my own fault. They were cold, and that's not great food to have while on stage and you're talking a lot. At one particular point, I was screaming. I do remember that part. Ms. Parker says, when I first discovered TheKempire, my first thought was, why didn't I find him 2 years ago? But you find me when you find me. Look, you find me when you find me. Oh, Kay says, them fries look dry. But I heard the fries are good. When they're hot, they're good. Because a lot of people were ordering the pizza and the fries and things like that. I saw you guys eating in there. Just saying. But yeah. But it was a good time. It was a good time. Back to Married to Medicine, though. I wish I could have talked more about Married to Medicine because I had a lot of thoughts between Dr. Simone and Quad and King. But I was checking time just to keep going. And then I had random thoughts that I didn't plan to talk about that I brought up. Thank you, GCG says you got me through my daughter's death hipster. Oh, sorry to hear that about your daughter. But thank you, GC. Thank you, Kay. Wait, let me just, I'm going to play, Dr. Simone reveals it. Okay, hold on. Let me play.
Feel good to be in the Met Gala steps.
It feels amazing. This set looks breathtaking. I love that I was able to inspire the people.
She had a great leader.
Did I?
You did.
Oh, now you want to claim the spot?
I've always had.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Simone?
But it didn't feel like this Met Gala did not feel like anyone helped besides Toya. And I'm not sure if that was just because of Toya or whatever it may be. Oh, PYT Julie says the show was amazing and you looked great, Kempire. I was sitting in the front right corner. Oh, yeah. Because I came over to you a couple. Okay. They moved the chairs back a little bit. Before, you guys used to be a little bit closer, but they moved that area a little bit further back. Next time I'm going to come I did end up coming in the audience at one particular point. I do remember that. But I'm going to do some more coming in the audience and maybe going towards the back, like our own daytime talk show when I do my next live show. Next year, maybe. Who knows? If I do another live show, New York is the easiest. So, okay. Back to what they were saying, right? 10K, is low for a room full of doctors, to be honest. Was it a room full of doctors? That's the thing. I don't know.
Anything in the group chat about tonight?
The group chat went silent.
Well, you never do.
Never.
Simone brought me some earplugs tonight. It is this right one that I'm going to be popping in.
Prevention?
That was kind.
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Mimi.
Hello.
Did Toya try to sell you a ticket to get onto the reunion stage?
Tickets, donations, whatever she wanted.
Okay. Miss Quad.
She got it.
Talk to me about the hair. Do blondes have more fun?
That's what the people say.
Okay.
I have fun every day of my life, though.
Yes, you do. Hey, Dr. Contessa.
Hello, how are you?
Any predictions for tonight?
A stormy night ahead, but at least it's going to be a beautiful war because everybody looks amazing.
Okay. Very good. I was really surprised when I walked into Simone's room today and you and Jackie were not sharing, as you've done, I think, every year. Why is that, Simone?
I needed Jackie. She failed to deliver. And so I just wanted to be in a room by myself.
We are going to get into this a little bit later. I'm really hoping that we can get this to a better place, and I'm confident that we can.
I don't think they've been friends ever since the big fallout in their friendship. We were just, first we were just listening to, there were clips from Married to Medicine that came out. I don't think their friendship has been the same since that fallout. I don't think their friendship has been the same.
Well, this season, Toya put down roots in a brand new home with a giant cherry blossom tree planted in her closet. But as Eugene branched out to a long distance,
someone said during our live that Dr. Jackie probably will not have a package very much like Giselle. And I'm like, you're right, because what are we talking about? Her scrubs?
Career, Toya went out on a limb to run this year's Med Gala, and here is how that went.
This is a beautiful house. It look a lot like your last one, but grander.
Really? The Harrisons have moved again, and people thought I was gonna be written forever, but no. Eugene, can you be the leader of your house and lead your friends to this side?
And you can do it in a nice way, or you can do it in a mean way.
I get it in a nice way first. I've been asking you for the last 30 minutes.
I have never seen anything like this before.
What did you just say?
You curse at me because you don't want me to curse at you.
Like, this is cringy.
We felt like Toya would make a great chairperson. We didn't think that. We thought that it would teach her a lesson.
So that's the part that someone brought up yesterday, and we talked about this, that they only gave Toya the Met Gala in order to teach her a lesson. So they weren't trying to help. They were going to always be overly critical.
Toya is a party planner, okay? Tea time, that's it. Let's just pay out for the finish stuff so we don't have to finish no more.
She just shut her mouth.
Promise you, I might strangle somebody at the Met Gala.
Toya C in the chat says, Toya is so unlikable. Give me my name back.
Toya, it's been 6 months since filming wrapped, and I think the question on everybody's mind is, are you still in the house?
Absolutely.
Yes.
The shade of it. Where else am I going to be?
Well, you've had many homes.
Yes, I've purchased them all.
Okay. I'm not questioning the ownership. Heavenly, do you think this is Toya's forever home?
No, I don't. I think that she probably will sell it in a few years, get a profit, and probably move to a condo by herself somewhere.
Oh, herself?
Did I say that?
Yes.
I didn't mean that. I feel like she's going to sell it, get a great profit, and move into something higher with her husband.
Okay.
Tasha from Inglewood, California said maybe if Toya treated Eugene with more respect, he wouldn't want to spend all that time on the road.
Yeah, I think that is someone projecting like other people on that side of the couch. She doesn't have a clue what's going on in my home. We don't yell all the time, but it happens. I think it happens in everyone's household.
Yeah.
Simone, you didn't hold back when you said Toya's skip workday party looked more like a day in the life for her. Do you stand by that comment?
I stand by that. Toya has a great life. She keeps an immaculate house and she keeps her house up well. No one would ever be able to go there and say it needed pressure washing.
That's a comment. Come on now. You already know that comment is towards Heavenly.
You don't set us all up for contamination.
You can't deny Mariah and Mariah's influence. Like, she's so entertaining. All of my favorite clips are Mariah from the show, or Quad, or their interactions with each other. None of these other women have the same. Like, it's such a miss in regards to this show, and why I feel like this show just is not what it used to be. She said pressure wash.
Well, this season, Toy.
Exactly. Mariah's still being quoted. Let me see this.
Paula from Clearwater, Florida said, Toya, you said some women love watching you and Eugene argue while misrepresenting their own relationships.
I just think that it's very easy for certain ladies to deflect. You haven't seen any cheating in my relationship. My husband's not telling me he doesn't trust me with my son. So let's stop with the shenanigans. I think everyone on this stage should honestly stay out of my relationship.
If you wouldn't
Unless
put it
we
out there,
want,
we wouldn't have
unless
anything
we
to
want
say.
Toya to really tell.
Go ahead. Please open the book, please, for everyone. I am because there's a book that hasn't been opened on her relationship as well.
What? What? What book on their relationship hasn't been open?
Really? Well, let's talk about it. Because I had a whole next door neighbor that told me about your husband.
I had a whole
And the things that he did.
about your husband.
Wait, she had a whole neighbor talking about Dr. Damon. See, now I believe that there's more about the Dr. Damon, right? I do believe that there's more in regards to Dr. Damon and Heavenly. Because before I was like, why can't, there be a normal relationship on the show? Not everyone has toxicity in a relationship. But the more I see them navigate some of this stuff, I'm like,
He does as well in the hospital. And why he was fired. Let's do that. Let's do it.
Why was he fired? Why was Eugene fired? Was Eugene fired?
If we're going to stay out of everybody's relationship, make sure that flows all the way through.
Okay? And Victoria, I do have to say, you have spoken on marriage. You spoke on
I've only spoke after, Jackie. Anything that I've spoke about your marriage has been after you brought it to the table.
I
and
never
we had
brought
a
it to the
conversation. Curtis has his hands on a couple of different ways on our show.
So they're playing a clip. Okay. Dr. Jackie should just be happy that she had anything to talk about this season, because you being so upset about what Toya said on Watch What Happens Live and understanding the premise of Watch What Happens Live, you need to let that go. You need to let it go, because we saw what Curtis did on this show. And I don't understand how people even blamed Toya at the time. Because we just clearly saw Curtis pull Toya into his lap, which was inappropriate. And then we heard about him getting hit in Hilton Head. So,
Or me being one of those individuals.
I've never spoken about you or Eugene and your disrespect.
Man, that age.
It looks good on
Okay,
some of us.
I'm in menopause.
I'm in menopause.
Toya, don't age shame. Don't.
Baby, I'm about to be 50. I can talk about age all I want.
Toya look good for about to be 50 too.
Jackie.
But Jackie looks good too for 60-something years old?
No one's coming to you about Curtis like I could be.
Okay. And no.
Oh, she said no one's coming to you about Curtis like I could be. And I believe that. The DR of it all, the Hilton Head of it all.
Curtis got my husband down.
Uh-huh.
I had a whole conversation with him.
He should
Telling him, no, he should not.
And
Curtis
he
is the
should
last
have.
one should be talking to anybody's name.
No, honey, you need to talk about yours.
Paula,
They're talking in circles. I need to understand who, what, where, when about what's happening on. But the tea from that clip for me is that Dr. Eugene got fired. Tell us more about that. Dr. Eugene got fired from the job? What did he get fired for? What did he do? What did he do? Oh, J.I. says, there's a reason Heavenly's son doesn't want to come home. Well, I think we kind of already knew based off what we see. Look, based on what we've seen of Heavenly. Wouldn't you not want to come home? I mean, look, we're the children of the Scorpio moms. We're the Scorpio survivors in the chat. You probably understand, right? Look, you probably understand. Kempire, Eugene was in the comments. Oh, let me look. Please hold. Wait, where is he in the comments? Of which video? I'm on No Chasers account. I don't see him in the comments here. Let me know. Guys, keep liking the video. We're almost at 500 likes if you're just joining us. It's just a random afternoon live. I'm about to be off of here. But yeah. Deborah says, leave us alone, Kempire. I'm just saying. I have a Scorpio dad, and that wasn't easy either. I have a Scorpio dad, too. Can you imagine? I have a Scorpio mom and a Scorpio dad. They're very different, though. Oh, neighborhood unlocked. All right, let me look. Let me look. Please hold. Shout out to our friends over at the neighborhood unlocked. If I can find them. Let me do this. And guys, I did drop a new Club Kempire episode. That's our paid podcast subscription that you can sign up for. on Apple Podcasts. Let me see. The Neighborhood Talk. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Here it go.
I just think that
Let me see. Where is that? Oh, here he go. Dr. Eugene says in the comment section 15 hours ago, I usually don't get on these platforms and say anything. Now, Eugene, the way that you were talking, all kinds of talk, these last few episodes of Married to Medicine, you're just as bad as Cecil now. I usually don't get on these platforms and say anything, but I have never been fired, laughing out loud. I think some people on the show just like to say things to get a rise out of the audience. Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to say that he was fired. But what I have learned from working in corporate America and in entertainment, there are places, depending on your level, because he was a top guy there. He was like, wasn't he the head person in regards to the ER? They will let you walk away. So like, oh, I've decided to do something else, even though they were going to probably fire you if you refused to leave. Just saying. But you might want to play semantics that you were never fired. Just saying. But I will say this too. We also have to remember where the information is coming from. I will say Heavenly is not the most reliable source. Okay? That's important to note too. This is coming from Heavenly. Okay? Dr. Heavenly said something to make him leave for good. Even Dr. Daddy Damon couldn't even make him come back. Dr. Heavenly's she did sort of allude that she was hooting and hollering at her son, and that's why he ended up leaving. Ariel says, yeah, Heavenly be lying and gaslighting. So I also have to keep that in mind. So I don't know what to believe, but I also understand how some of these places work too. For a second, I thought it was Friday. Hi, Kempire. Hey, Tech Diva for cybersecurity. Don't mess us up like that. No, today is Tuesday. We still got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But I'll probably do some more casual lives like this. I also will probably be live on TikTok. I still have not even opened my Banana Republic gift bag that they gave me. But stay tuned. Make sure you guys are subscribed and following me here. We're almost at 600,000 subscribers. I'd like to get to 1 million at some point. So some of y'all are watching and not subscribed. I don't know why. Tiffany says you can collect unemployment if you get fired. Or if you make it a mutual agreement where you're leaving, there could be a severance package. Right, Pageant Mommy? Just like... That's at a certain level. Oh, that's at a certain level you see things like that happen. Okay? So... Exactly. Pageant Mom said a mutual agreement will give a package. So I'm not saying that what he's saying is completely false, especially because the messenger is Heavenly. But what I'm saying, we could also be playing semantics. Heavenly is Foxy says Heavenly is so bitter and jealous of Toya because her husband wants nothing to do with her, unlike Eugene with Toya. I feel like Dr. Eugene and Toya and Heavenly and Dr. Damon are very much the same in a lot of ways. GC says, can we have a party at 1 million? Of course, GC. We have to have a party. Didn't want to lose his retirement package. Toya isn't the messiest. They all are. Pageant Mom says Eugene and Damon as similar, in my opinion. In a lot of ways. Missy P says resignation works to a company's benefit. I'm waiting for a golden handshake. I want to retire now instead of 4 years from now. Oh my gosh. Exactly. Mr. Mellon says no one is innocent in this. Toya doesn't need to embarrass Eugene on TV. I mean, especially, and you saw a big shift in their relationship and how they filmed the rest of the season, because they were both drunk or tipsy at that housewarming party they did, that pool party, because she was very disrespectful to him, and he was standing his ground, but then he completely flipped. Goss the boss I met during my live show. Great to see you on Friday. There were so many things I meant to tell you at the meet and greet. Next time, back in Houston, back to the grind. It was nice meeting you, Goss. I like meeting people, especially when you tell me your username. I'm like, oh, yes, I know who you are. I'm glad you made it back safely. The weather here it's really shifted. What was it, Sunday? Hopefully everyone made it back safely. The young woman that came all the way from Wisconsin, I hope you made it back safely. If you watched this, let us know in the comment section. Because I heard Wisconsin got a blizzard. Lord have mercy. Not Mr. Toya Bush, only going to say so much. You know what, goodbye. Y'all got to stop with that. Y'all got to stop with that. All right, a couple more questions, guys, and then I'm going to get out of here. Let's do a quick Q&A, and then I'm going to get out of here. Oh, we did our Married to Medicine recap yesterday, but we also had our medical hour, which I would like to do, my hope, maybe once a month, do the medical hour. But our special guest yesterday was Dr. Frida. And wasn't she amazing, y'all? I couldn't wait for her to have we've been trying to make it happen for a while now, but she's busy, I'm busy, everything's happening, okay? But we were able to make it happen yesterday, and it was such a great conversation. We could have went on forever and ever because there's so many things that you guys want to ask, so many things to talk about. But the great thing about Dr. Frida's channel, she associates pop culture with health. And there were a few things that we talked about yesterday, from your blood work to GLP-1s to Billy Porter to Ray J to Bethany Frankel. It's also Kidney Disease Awareness Month, that she told me. I was like, oh, and she's a kidney specialist. So I like when I have smart people on. I love a good smart person. Okay, so I love it. We have attorneys on, but we haven't had a doctor on, right? We haven't had. She was like our first doctor. If I'm lying, I apologize. Hold on. How do you feel about all the negativity EJ Johnson's getting from his interview with Carlos? That is such a good question, because I haven't done a video or talked about it, just because I didn't watch the full interview. But I get what other people are saying in regards to, especially within the LGBT community, there are certain people that move in a way that can be problematic to other individuals in the community. I did see that it looks like EJ may have said to his parents or her parents. She hasn't said to the world yet. So maybe we'll just use the they pronouns. But I think they have said to their parents that they're changing their pronouns. Because I did see that clip. You know what I mean? Can I take a bite of this, y'all? This is a true bar. I love these. My nutritionist recommended these. Look. Simply made with almonds, cacao powder, pea protein, and cassava. This is a good one. This is a good one, y'all. If you like a little chocolatey something, True Bar. Not sponsored. But it has good ingredients. Now, hold on. It's very rich. 12 grams of protein. And this little thing. 6 grams of sugar. That's not a lot. This flavor it's the almond. Salty-licious almond love is what it's called. And I don't like almonds like that. But this is good. This is really good. And I'll tell you this. This was recommended by my nutritionist. Low carbs, let me see. As I said before, my Nourish, remember I did that sponsorship with Nourish, but I've been working with Nourish for years. Calories is 190 calories. Where's the carbs? 22 grams of carbs. So it's a good snack. But I have to say, I've tried a few different. You can get this from a bunch of different places. I got this one from Whole Foods, but I think you can order it online too. It's really rich, though. That's the only thing I have to say. It's really rich. Oh, hold on. It's a True Bar. True Bar. This is their almond. Salty, delicious almond love, it's called. True Bar. I like this. This is a good one, but it's really rich. 12 grams of protein. Oh, and the other important thing, because some of y'all not getting enough fiber in your diet, it has 12 grams of fiber. 12 grams of fiber. Oh, it's so rich, though, and I don't have any water. That's the thing. Try their other flavors, too, because I do like some of their other flavors. I have some of their other flavors as well. It's so rich. And I don't have water in here. That's the only reason why I'm not eating more. You're like stuck in my teeth. How much sodium? It's a good question, because some of y'all not watching your sodium. 130 milligrams of sodium. 130 milligrams of sodium. Little Miss Sunshine, I'm about to get off of here anyway. I was just answering some last minute questions. I love my fiber. I definitely have a lot of fiber in my diet, which is a good thing. Like, I don't have a problem in that department. Just saying. I'm like regular Robin. MB says, not really a question, but I enjoyed your live stream. You went in on us Pisces. See, that's what I love. But you know what? Shout out to the Pisces, because no matter how I go into you guys, you still remain loyal to the situation over here. My husband's birthday is Thursday and mine is Friday. This year is our 30th anniversary. Pisces are wonderful people to each other. Happy anniversary and happy birthday to you and your husband. What about Sherry Shepherd, Tech Diva? We briefly mentioned Candace's interview with Sherry Shepherd. What about her? Housewives from the Housewives says Pisces in the building. Y'all really represent, though. We have a lot of Pisces that are here. But I like Pisces women. It's the Pisces men that are trash. I'm just saying. Creamy says, nah, Pisces men are terrible. There was a Pisces man at the live show. He tried to come for me. Okay. Oh, Kendra, you know what, Kendra? Is it late now? What time does the post office close? No, I'm gonna have to go tomorrow, Kendra. I'm gonna go tomorrow because I don't think I'll be able to make it there in time. Right, thank you so much, Lori. Lori says, I turned the Dr. Frida video on while I worked and ended up locked in on that video. It was so good and informative. Thank you. I loved it. Like, I need to go back and watch it, because when you're interviewing someone, you don't take in everything because you're thinking about, okay, what am I going to ask as a follow-up, or, produce certain elements. I got to include ads and stuff like that. So I need to go back and watch it. You can also listen to it on the podcast as well. That became available this morning. Right, April? He sure did try. I think it was all in good fun. I think he gave me the middle finger. It was funny, though. Not love to the Gemini. Says who? says who? Wait, Sherry was coming from Michael B. Jordan's worthiness of... Wait, hold on, what? Wait. What do you... GC, are you serious? Is there a clip somewhere that I can see that? You're not serious, right? I guess maybe she wants to go just ruin her entire show altogether. What does she mean? Look, what does she mean? Is there a clip somewhere I can see that? Because... April says, I thought it was fun. I thought it wasn't fun, but Lord, not the finger. Well, it was funny. I thought it was funny. I didn't take it personal. Kempire, you need to watch and review. Ricky, we talked about episodes 1 and 2 of Ladies of London, not this past Friday, but the previous Fridays live on my YouTube channel. So go check it out. We talked about it at the end. But I'm enjoying Ladies of London. I did watch episode 3. I haven't talked about it or recapped it just yet. Maybe I'll talk about it at the end of the week, maybe episodes 3 and 4. There goes Dr. Frida. Make sure you guys are following Dr. Frida. We're trying to get her to 1 million subscribers. She's so close. I really enjoyed the conversation. Yes, me too, Dr. Frida. So informative. Again, guys, if you missed it, it was such a great conversation yesterday, especially when we talk about going to the doctor and why that's important, and especially when it comes to getting your blood work. I don't like how the ladies of London shaded Meghan Markle. I need to rewatch that part because I may have missed that part because I don't play about that whole situation with Meghan Markle because where that's rooted in. Look, Toy says I don't want to. I don't want to. I will say this: to watch a show like that, it's not shocking to me. I feel like there has been a shift when it comes to Meghan Markle in the UK, so I'm not completely surprised they're feeling. I should have put on my St. Patrick's Day shirt before I came on live. I completely forgot. I got my St. Patrick's Day. I'm putting it on though after this. I came for Pilates and I was just like, Cheryl, I don't know why you can't hype my videos. Like certain videos I think you can and certain I don't know. I don't know if there's something I need to turn on. I don't know. I can't tell you. No love for Aquarius. Why not? At least you want love or you want shade? Fifi, I am probably going to go live on TikTok later, so I'll wear it for the TikTok live, and then I'll do the unboxing. Justin says, come back on later. I'll probably on TikTok, though, so if you guys will follow me there. Alma says, so education, I wish Dr. Frida was my doctor. Well, depending on what you need. Just saying. Oh, G says you can't hype during a live, so maybe the replay you can. Oh, yes, that was who Emma, because remember, Emma was supposed to be like the first Black royal. Not first Black, but you know what I'm saying, like the Black royal. So maybe she felt a little insecure, especially because Meghan became huge. Because even today, Meghan is still bigger than Emma. I mean, she's not in the royal family anymore, but people know Meghan than they know Emma. Emma, let's be honest, Emma decided to do reality television. I like Emma, don't get me wrong, but you decided to do a Bravo reality show and you're a royal? Look, and it's not a show about you. Ricky says, well, it's not shade when it's the truth. Emma is the first Black royal. Yes, but look, she's doing reality television, Bravo reality. It's not even about her or her life. You know what I mean? Oh, pageant mommy. But sometimes it's people Black when it's convenient. Sometimes, just saying. I like her though on the show, but I do kind of look at her like, why would you do this show? Like, why would you do the show as a royal? But okay. But I have to say, the Ladies of London, The New Reign, I do like it. I think it's a good show so far. And there's certain people I like more than others. What is it? Kimmy? Kimmy's a new Dorit. Did that accent fluctuates like, and maybe because she grew up in Haiti, now she's in London. I'm telling you, if I lived in London, please understand, my accent would change. And I think it's because I grew up in a Jamaican household. So I speak Patois. I think if I lived in London for a certain amount of time, I would definitely have an accent. And you guys would be like, does Kempire have an accent now all of a sudden? Yes, I do. I do. Well, yeah, she's not technically the first Black royal when we think about Queen Charlotte of it all. But people still denying Queen Charlotte was a Black royal. Kimmy is mean-spirited. But I'm thinking, guys, when I say I like someone on the show or they're interesting, it's more from a producer perspective. It's not like I think they're a good person. Martha. Martha is kooky. She reminds me of like a Sonia Morgan. Mm-hmm. You're right, Deborah. Well, Meghan's no longer a duchess, technically. Okay? Kempire would be so posh. I would be. Part of me, I could see myself living in London. Foxy says I like Martha. I like Martha. But Martha's just in a bad way. You saw what her friend, I forgot her friend's name, was just like, Martha, I cannot be your friend. Like, you just do the craziest things. Ooh, Lexi says Emma is not a royal, period. But isn't she? She is. She's one of those things right under Duke. Exactly, Jamaki. That's why I feel like I would automatically just it would be a cross between American, Jamaican patois, and British for me. Which one's Margot again? I'm glad Dara's gone. Sidebar. I'm glad she's gone. I like Kimmy. She's cheeky. Martha's kooky. Both of them. I think they're good for the show. And I have to say, I like Mark. I like him for the show. In real life, I just feel like you guys, and I could find out more to you about who these people really are. What they're presenting on the show, I don't believe is who they are in real life, though. I'm just saying. I feel like, people want to pretend like they're posh and have the money and all that stuff. I got UK sources. Reach out. Exactly, Christy. Dara never denied it. Now we all think she's a madam. Lucy, I don't believe that's true about the alleged cast of who's returning to RHOP. I haven't heard anything yet. Chrissy says she can't stand Mark's voice. I don't mind his voice. I think he's perfect for narrating. But I like an English accent. He's very messy. But reality television and the Bravo execs, they love a messy gay. D. Charles, I didn't recap the Oscars, but I briefly talked about it during my last, Married to Medicine Live, and then I talked about it here in regards to some of the stories that came out from it. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I don't know why I did that to myself. Now I definitely need some water, but this was really good. Again, True Bar. Great in fiber, great in protein, great snack. I'm going to go. But I appreciate you all being here. I probably will go live later on this evening on TikTok. So make sure you guys are following me, TheKempire, there. All right. I will see you all then. All right. Shout out to everyone that got tickets to the Kempire After Dark live show. Shout out to those of you that are still watching the live stream. If you're watching the live stream, let me know in the comment section of this video. And I will see you all later. Thank you, Foxy. Thank you to our King's Guards for holding us down. Thank you. Go eat and drink water. I'm going to go have a tall glass of water because this is, it's very rich, but it's good. If you really like something like chocolatey and almondy, you're going to like that. And it's healthy. You're going to like it. All right, y'all. April says my husband still wants to watch the live stream. Well, you have until what, Friday? I don't know when they cut you off on Friday, but you have until Friday. All right, y'all. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your day. Daphne says, still enjoying the live stream. I feel like so many people, especially this time around, are rewatching the live stream. That's what it's there for. That's why I said get the live stream, even if you're coming to the show. But maybe the next one you will learn. Maybe the next one. Shout out to those of you that did. All right. I did drop a new Club Kempire episode, so be sure to check that out on Apple Podcasts. That's the paid subscription. Go check that out. That's available now. I talk about this new reality show that Kenya and Tamar in. I talk about Paradise, the Hulu show. I talked about more Kempire After Dark stuff. Go check it out. Just dropped. All right. Bye, y'all. Bye, Sandra. Bye, Cherie. Excuse me. Bye, Maura.
Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Don't forget to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for more information on the podcast, head on over to KempireRadio.com.